welcome back to the garden. This year I'm in a new house, so I'm starting the garden from scratch in pots. To fill my pots, I like to start with a handful or two of dried leaves. This will still allow water to drain through, but it'll prevent soil and hopefully the roots from penetrating through the container. Then I'm going to fill these most of the way with a generic potting soil. This is actually a pretty decent mix with some nice perlite, so it's not too heavy. And I'm supplementing it with some homemade compost. I actually brought this over from the previous house. I'm just gonna mix it in very lightly. This is a good time to also break up any chunks in your potting soil. Sometimes when they get shipped, they get compressed. Looks like a little wood chip there. So getting a nice fluffy soil, it's gonna be good for those roots, good for planting seedlings, and it'll also increase the volume of the soil just a little bit, because filling a lot of pots can be very expensive. Another little trick I'm using is I'm only filling these up about 3/4 of the way. So we're actually gonna leave a bigger gap than usual between the rim of the pot and the soil level. This is still gonna be plenty to grow any vegetables we need. You can see it still gets plenty of sun, and this will actually protect any new seedlings from wind. So that's how I set up these containers planted with spinach. I also planted a few peas, and I have a few pots of herbs like this dill and these chives, all started from seed. And I'm also starting some other vegetables in containers like these cucumber, as well as some peppers and tomatoes. We do have a little bird's nest right up here. I didn't bring any outdoor plants from the old house, so everything I'm growing is going to be started from seed. But I did bring over all my indoor plants, including our succulents. I'm still composting, even though our system is now basically on the deck, which is not an ideal location. You know, it still works. I just have to be more cautious with getting the right balance or it can smell. Right now it's not too bad, it just kind of smells like wet leaves. But I am also experimenting with sealed buckets. I've filled a bucket with dried leaves and then topped it with all our wet food scraps from the kitchen, with all the coffee grounds, eggshells, and banana peels. Then I mixed in some wood chips that I saved, and I sealed up those bins so that I could store them indoors over winter, because the compost is not active over winter. It's just way too cold. I opened the first one after only about a month or so, and it was not at all ready. I used too much water, so it had gone anaerobic, and it really smelled terrible. But I have 3 left that are all sealed up, and I'm gonna wait a little bit longer next time and see if that helps. I am feeling a lot better this year, so I think I'm gonna get back to doing push-ups again. We're at about 20,000, and we're over 30,000 subscribers. So I think I have about 12,000 or so to do this year, which is totally doable because a couple years ago we did 18,000. I'm still living in the same area here in Minnesota, so I have access to Lebanon Hills Regional Park, and I still have my canoe, and even bought some chest-high waders, which I think are going to be really fun later on in summer. I took them out for a test run just to check if they're waterproof, and so far so good, but the lakes are so muddy I could barely get past my knees. Whoa. I just finished my annual cleanup of the park, and we got 3 buckets full of trash. So that'll probably be my next video. I am very pleased to be back. After a really rough year last year with a mysterious illness, and then moving to a new home at the end of the year, but I still managed to make a new Quiet Moments video every Sunday. So I really hope you get as much joy and relaxation out of them as I do. If you do want to support the channel, you can join with membership down below. And there's also a new thanks button. So I should be back to making more regular videos, and I really hope you stay tuned. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.